Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com, and our two YouTube channels, Phoenix Genesis and Fried Camp. I'm playing Minecraft on PlayStation 4 in my Netherland Survival World, and I'm going to show you how to get the On a Rail trophy in the PSN. So this is for PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4. Here I am I'm actually not going to start from the beginning and build the whole thing because you'd just be bored to tears because it is just rail. But basically I'm coming close to the end here, so I can tell you how I started. First of all, you're going to need, it has to go 500 meters, which is actually half the distance on the PC. So actually we're given a little break here. The most important thing to know is that it has to go in a straight line. So your map is your new best friend. You're going to take your map, you're going to take your compass, and you're going to make sure, first of all, you got to figure out what direction you want to go, because obviously you don't want to just make a rail and you're never going to travel there. So, you know, you want to make it go somewhere that's going to be important to you. Like it's either going to go to one of your mining operations, or it's going to go to some nice scenic locale like the, you know, ocean, where then you're going to take your boat and go sailing, or it's going to go to a MC village. So in my case, I decided I'll make this one go to the village because it's that perfect distance. It's a little bit farther. Actually, I've already gone 500 feet. I'm just going a little bit farther because I don't want to stop it in the middle of a tunnel. That would be kind of stupid. So I think I ended up doing 545 meters here. So what you're going to want to do is pick your location, and then you're going to pace it off, and you're going to find, you know, what is the best route in a straight line. And you could take something like gravel or a stack of sand, and you could actually lay your whole road out that way. Or if you want to put it on top of something like cobblestone or sandstone or smooth stone, or, you know, wood planks, you could do that and lay it out that way. But you want to make sure it is going to be in a straight line, or even with torches, whatever floats your boat, but it has to be in that straight line. It has to be 500 meters. Now, the way it works is that when you're doing the rail, you're going to need, you know, iron, and you're going to need, you know, the sticks to make the rail. So you're going to need a lot of that. Instead of actually wasting all your, you know, iron, the easiest thing to do is find some ravines. They usually have abandoned mine shafts, or somewhere where you have an abandoned mine shaft, and go ahead and get that rail off the mine shaft. It's usually everywhere. I mean, I think the lion's share of the rail that I got, I didn't actually craft. I found an abandoned mine. So you can save this, you know, you can just do your regular mining and gather your resources and kind of save this achievement, you know, / trophy for later when you have all that rail. So that's what you're going to need. You're also going to need to make redstone torches, which require you to get redstone, which is usually, that should be the same thing when you're down in those mine shafts. You just go to about level 13, look for lava, and you're going to find redstone. So you're going to need redstone torches. Another thing you're going to need is gold, and gold is very important because gold makes powered rails. And the reason that the powered rails are important is because the regular rails only go up to 29, and on the 30th one you're going to need to put that, lay down that powered rail, and then a redstone torch next to it, so that your mine cart can continue going on its own volition. So a body in motion stays in motion, but it will not stay in motion if you don't have some redstone to kind of help it along. And then that's another thing. Not only would you do it at that point, but also see how we're going uphill here. If you're going uphill, you've got to have some powered rail, or your cart's just not going to have the momentum to take you up the rail. Now remember, if you're building this from your starting origin to your ending origin, and you're like, oh, look at, like, to see if we're going this way, it's downhill, and then I might get confused and say, oh, I don't need to put the powered rail in because we're going downhill. It's just going to go fly right down. But you got to remember, what goes down must come up if you don't have rail that goes in two directions. And I mean, I don't have enough rail to have, you know, a line go one direction. Obviously, if I had a multiplayer server, this would be a problem because we'd have train collisions. But since this is just survival single player, I mean, I'm the only one who's going to be riding it. So this way I can use that rail to go in both directions. So I'm going to make sure, you know, again, if it's an incline on either way, see here, now I'm going here, which normally is uphill in my original destination, but it's going to be downhill in the other one, but it still needs the powered rail. Now, what's really cool on these inclines is you don't need a redstone torch for every single one. See that? As long as they're connected, the one redstone torch will light up all that powered rail. But if you're short on powered rail and it's easier, you have more redstone torches, then you can go the other way, which I did in my Phoenix Genesis survival world, where I'm starting to build my first line to an MC village. Actually, I'm up to the Valley of Horses, but you'll see that when we get to that. But what I'm doing there is I have more torches than I do gold right now to make the powered rails. So I'll alternate. Because going uphill, you can put, you don't have to have every single one be a powered rail. You can like have a couple and then skip some spaces, and then you can just, put, redstone torch for each one that has that break. So you can do it that way as well. Either way will work for you. And so what else did I want to tell you with the powered rail? So, also, when you're done with this, of course, you want to test drive it. There's going to be some glitches. Now, stupid me, for protection, you want to also, like, it's a survival world, right? So you're going to want to light up your railroad. Right now, I'm in survival peaceful mode because I really didn't want to bother with fighting anything and stopping and sleeping in a bed, so I'm just kind of working all day and night. Also, it really helps, I think, when you're building it to be in survival peaceful instead of like survival easy or normal. And the reason why is working at night, you're going to see where your dark spots are, so you know where you need to light your track. And also, again, see how I used my map so I could see how far I am, and I've actually reached that point, so I'm like golden right here. So we're gonna stop and put our little mini station here, and you'll see that in a second. But yeah, you want to like have those torches, and also you may want to put, what I did was I put cactus on either side at a couple points, so that way it kind of offered protection. If anything tried to attack me, it would get kind of stabbed and injured or killed by the cactus. Unfortunately, you gotta be really careful, like dumb me. I was moving some rail to swap it out with powered rail, and as I was kind of whacking on the rail, it bounced up and hit the cactus, and there was my rail just gone. So you got to be really, really careful if you do use cactus to kind of line it to protect your railroad. So here at the end, I make a very simple little station out of cobblestone, just basically an incline to kind of stop and push my minecart off. Train, whatever it is, the train tracks, so mine tracks, whatever. So my little powered vehicle here, I want have this will stop it when I reach the end of the line, and also kind of shove it off to begin the line. So I'm going to put a backing here, and I'm going to kind of put a side backing here, and then I'm going to put rail on top. And I don't want to start with powered rail because it's going to just kind of take off on me. So I usually put the powered rail, like you see, maybe about 10, because it will start on its own momentum here in this curve, and it'll go down, and then it'll hit that powered rail, and it'll be good to go. And then from there you start counting, your 30, your 29 rails. If it's flat, not if, again, you got to take to account the incline and decline. But if it's flat, you just go 29, then you plop that powered rail down. And, if you want, you could put a button or a lever, and then, redstone and stop your cart that way. But this is survival, and I'm limited on my resources, so I'm just going to do it this way. And now we're going to test it out. Whee! And there it goes. It's going nicely up that hill. And then we go down here, and we're going here. Yes, and I definitely need to light this up. So far, we don't have any snags. It looks good to go. We go up a nice big hill again. And you can either go up and over the hills, or you can tunnel through them. It's your choice. Either one works, and it'll still count for the on the rail trophy. And we're coming up to my half completed under construction desert palace. And here we go, and we now reach the end of the line, and it should stop. There it goes. So that's perfect. And I don't know why, because when I did this, it popped up and said you achieved the on the rail trophy, and for some reason it just doesn't show up in the videos. I don't know why that is, but anyway, if you do this, you will get the trophy. Another thing, when you're testing your minecart out, be careful don't approach it too quickly if it's like, say you get off in the middle of the track for some reason, because it tends to take off on its own, especially if it's near a powered rail and it hits it and you've done your job right. It's just going to take off and you're going to be running after it, which, yes, I've done that before. If there's any stupid way to die or stupid thing to do in Minecraft, yes, I've experienced it firsthand. So anyway, I hope you enjoy that and go ahead and grab that achievement. I've already since then built 2 other lines, and I'm having fun not having to walk anymore. This is Phoenix Genesis signing out.